Hi, this is Edward Troxel. In today's tutorial, we're going to take a look at templates again, and somebody was wondering how we can get some specific information from the templates. So let's look to see how we can gather some information like the width, the height, and other information directly from the template. Now this only works in newer versions of Vegas. I don't know exactly which version this was added in. I know that the older versions like 13 and 14 did not have it in it, but I do know that like 20, 21, 22, 23, the ability is there to see this information. And so you might look to see if it works in the version of Vegas that you have. But let's take a look to see how we can gather some information from the template itself. Here's the script we're looking at, and you can see we have all of our standard stuff down to the myVegas equals Vegas. Then I'm going to create a file, which I just called renderTemplateDetails.txt, which I put on my drive D, and then I'm opening a stream writer to write to that file. And then we're going to put renderers at the top, and then for each renderer in myVegas.renderers, we're going to create a string, and we're going to get the renderer file extension, the file type name, and the class ID, and we'll write that information out. And then we're going to go for each template in renderer.templates. In this case, I put a /t here simply to add a tab. So we're going to get the template name, and we're going to write the GUID, and then we're going to write that out, and then we're going to write a bunch of information. So for example, the frame size /rate, we get the width by height, and then the video frame rate, and then we're going to write out the PAR and the bit rate, and then we're going to write out the field order. Now there are some more pieces of information you can get. If you, under a template, when you press the dot, you can see we can get also the audio information. So we've got the audio bit rate, bits per sample, channel count, etc., the stream count. We have a description we can get, a file extension. And then here is supports 360, supports HDR10, supports HLG, supports stereoscopic. And then we did most of these, so that we have a video data rate that we did not look at, and the video stream count that we did not look at. But other than that, we've got most of the video stuff listed right here. Then we're going to put a message box.show done. That simply give us a message so that we know that it has finished once we've finished running it. And then here is our entry point. So we run the script, and we got our done message. So now we'll go look at that text file. So here's the text file with all the renderers listed in it. You could go through and find the specific renderer that you're looking for. So if we come down, let's just find one of our internet HD 1080s. We can see that the frame size and rate is 1920 by 1080 at 50 frames per second. The PAR is 1. The bit rate is 20 million in this case. And the field order is progressive scan. Now let's look at, here is an NTSC-DV widescreen. And this is 720 by 480, so it's just SD. Or the frame rate is 29.97. The PAR is 1.21212121, and the bit rate is 2.5 million. And the field order is lower field first. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of information we can pull from the template itself. So if you were needing to search for that particular information and see how the template size related to your project size or whatever, you can easily get the information from there. So I hope you find this tutorial useful. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next tutorial.